Let's talk about the biblical teaching on the New World Order. Revelation 13 speaks of a political, religious, military entity that will enjoy the adoration of the whole world. This beast, as Revelation calls it, is a kingdom, not a person, and we know that from Revelation 17:12, though it will probably have a figurehead, a global leader. It has 10 horns, indicating universal political power, and 7 heads, indicating unity and totality. It will wield its despotic power by predatory brute force. Under the guise of searching for truth, this confederation and leader will subdue the population of the earth with deceit. In other words, this Antichrist will make evil look as if it's good. Even lies and bad ideas will be manipulated to sound true and virtuous. Of course, it will be easy to fool people when they're already fooling themselves. The whole world will be on an evil loop. Everyone can lie, and they will. This threats of violence of this power will inspire fear. Anger and oppression will be everywhere. Anger will lead to hate. Hate will lead to violence. And a lot of this is happening now. Now, one of the main characteristics of this collaborative confederation, this global network, the New World Order, is not just globalism and power, but it's blasphemy. Now, this is a key part of Revelation 13 that can't be ignored. So we can't just talk about big pharma, social media tyrants, oligarchs, the Pope, and political leaders. This confederation doesn't just rule the earth, it stands in complete and explicit defiance of God, enormously and overtly blaspheming him. This part I'm not seeing right now. But in principle, what we're looking for is secularism, spiritual apathy, spiritual deceit, anti-Christian attitudes, anti-Christian movements, anti the true God. And that part is happening now. The text also mentions a pseudo-resurrection after some kind of fatal wound. Now, one of the keys of this is to make people marvel and therefore be deceived. The world will follow like doe-eyed sheep, blind in their adoration. It's also designed to discredit Jesus. Now, whether literal or figurative is difficult to determine, so we just remain watchful. Now, I haven't seen this yet. Then Revelation 13:7 shows this political entity that has enough global influence and backing to instigate war against Christians and to conquer them, to kill them. I take this to be literal, not metaphorical killing. Global persecution and martyrdom of Christians. Now, while there are many nations where Christians are horrifically persecuted and martyred, this movement is not yet global under the auspices of the New World Order, so I'm not seeing this yet. Now, Revelation 13, verses 9 and 10 shows that the saints should not seek to oppose the power of the beast with weapons. Instead, John calls us to patiently endure it and to trust, resisting the impulse to violence, even in these extreme circumstances. It is part of the plan that Christians endure it rather than rise up in violence against it. The non-violence of Christians is supposed to contrast the violence of the beast. As Paul writes in Romans 12:21, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." And Jesus said in Matthew 24:13, "The one who stands firm to the end will be saved." So that's what Revelation 13 tells us about the New World Order. Talk to me about all of this. Let's discuss it. Write it in the comments below, and let's talk about it.